Welcome, guys. Got my coffee here from a place that doesn't have a name on the cup. At the Orlando airport. Landed here maybe like an hour back. But took that red eye out here, and we're waiting for the rest of our party to arrive. They're going to be here in like 2 hours or something. So I'm hanging out at the airport, have a little bit of time. Figured maybe we could go over some of the trip planning, the game plan, and give you guys sort of an idea of what's coming up. Frostberry's in here. Welcome, Frost, to the show. I tried posting messages from here. Let me know if they show up properly. Oh, weird. I didn't type that picture, but that's cool. So I guess, does it show up with an emoji? It says like emoji face Frost. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff on this mobile streaming app. But it seems pretty robust. Anyway, I have the game plan, at least for the next few days. I figure we could go over it, sort of think about what kind of stuff we want to see, that you guys want to see, and I'll try and figure out, based on what you guys want to see, like what I can actually get to and what I can actually show. Frost saying, no, it just says, hey, Frost. Oh, okay. On mine, I'm going to take a screenshot of it. It's like some kind of face. I don't know what that represents. It must be like one of those things, because I guess all the Twitch the emojis are based on like little text things, like colon, text, colon. So it must have like read my thing and interpreted it as an emoji. Thank you to NickBot, by the way. The channel's called The Voice of Nick. Typically I play video games live on Twitch 3 times per day. But this week, it's all mobile stuff from vacation, taking a vacation. So it'll be those kind of streams, probably still 3 per day, but keep an eye out for other kinds of things than you're normally used to seeing on the channel. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that, I think it's probably up above here, that follow button. You will be able to see all the stuff that I do on the channel. There's a lot of stuff on here. In the last 60 days, we have done over 200 individual live streams, averaging 90 minutes each. It's a lot of content, not a lot of sleep. But stay tuned for more stuff. Anyway, I want to go over the plan. So today is Saturday morning. Got to Orlando early in the morning. We're going to get to the hotel and hang tight for the rest of the day. Probably do a little stream, possibly like a walkthrough of the hotel. It's pretty nice. It's like a resort place. I haven't seen it, but I'm kind of excited to get there. So possibly something from there. But then Sunday is the first Disneyland day. So plan, right? Here's the plan. Sunday is Disneyland. We're going to be there. We're going to be going possibly to the Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, I think. So there's a lot of stuff you could do from there. Obviously, one of the big things when I was at Disneyland the other day was people wanted to see the castle, which we can definitely do. I can possibly try and even do like a little walkthrough thing of like the castle area. I guess what else do we want to do? There's a lot of great attractions at this one, and it's huge. I mean, the surface area of World is way bigger than land, so there's a lot of stuff to potentially cover. I think at least one of the streams I would like to do it sort of like a blind playthrough that we would normally do on the channel, where I'm just like going through, I don't know what I'm finding. Like I know Disneyland really well because I've been there like 30 times this year, but World I don't really know that much of anything about, so it would be cool to do like a quote unquote blind playthrough of Disney World, like follow first person cam, follow around, look at stuff with you guys. So that would be fun. I think that would be a nice type of thing to do, so we'll try and do that when we're over there. Frost, it was a nice surprise to wake up and see you're doing IRL. I'm getting ready for work. Well, have a good time at work, Frost. It's weird to be in this time zone. I guess for me it would be 5 a.m. in LA, but I guess it's 8 a.m. now, so it makes it a little bit easier to understand like where a lot of East Coast people are coming from. I'm not sure which time zone you're in, Frost, but let me know. Frost, what airport are you in? I don't know. The Orlando airport. I think it's MCO is the designation for it. But seems like a fine airport. A little small. But Animal Kingdom is going to be another one that we go to. There's a lot of great like concept design there, and I guess the aesthetic is probably similar to Adventureland in Disneyland. So we'll take a look at some of the stuff there. But I'm not sure. I mean, I guess there's going to be a lot of like attractions and stuff. One of the things I really want to show off is whenever we end up going to Epcot Center, showing off a lot of that stuff and like the different cultural areas that they have. I'm super into Epcot. Epcot's really cool. Because all you do is basically just walk around and drink around the world. Pretty great. But so here's the overview, at least for the next couple of days, is Disney on Sunday, Universal on Monday, Disney on Tuesday. So there's going to be a bunch of theme park stuff coming up. I guess get ready for that. I'm really curious. I brought my Universal wand with me. It's in my suitcase. So we'll be seeing how the spells work from Universal Orlando. They say that you can use the wands at any Universal location, even the one in Tokyo. So I'm excited to bring it to Tokyo as well, but I'm kind of pumped to see how the wand works at this one and which spells they have and all that stuff. They actually just added some new spells to the one in California, so I'm interested to see like what the similar ones are here, like if they work any differently or whatever. But the interesting thing about Universal that I'm really looking forward to showing off is that in California they only have one. It's like the Hogsmeade area in Universal Studios, but here they have two separate Harry Potter lands because they have two separate Universal parks, and there's a Harry Potter land in each. So one of them is Hogsmeade Village, and then there's a whole separate land that's Diagon Alley. And Diagon Alley they don't have any aspect of in California. So I'm pumped to see that. Apparently they built a roller coaster based on the Gringotts minecart from the, I guess it's like the 7th movie. It was in the first one, I guess, but the way that it's portrayed in like the 7th one or whatever, where it's like flying, like it's like doing that weird like gyroscope thing. Welcome to Ashwin on the stream. Hello. We're doing an IRL stream today because I'm on vacation. Welcome to Sungyan. Welcome to Awesome Mark. Awesome Mark saying, "What's up, Nick? Hope you have a great vacation." Thank you, Awesome Mark. Welcome to the show. Having a great vacation so far. Got to play some Nintendo Switch on the plane and sleep, and I like both of those things. Welcome to Ashwin, though. I always see you on streams. I hope that Nier is going well. I guess you're done with it now, right? That's awesome. I love IRL events. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a bunch of IRL streams from Disney and from Universal. They're coming up in the next few days. I'm going to be buying a bunch of theme park tickets and spending all my money, but that's what I'm here for. I finished the game. It was fantastic. Nice. That's such a cool game. Finally got a chance to drop in. Been waiting for a while. Well, thank you for joining the show. I mean, definitely a different vibe than my normal thing. I don't actually typically do IRL streams, but now that I'm out of state for a week, I figure it's the best time to start doing it. So welcome as we go and learn how to properly do an IRL stream. Yeah, might as well if you're going on vacation. That's the way I figure. What game was I playing on Switch? I was doing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is it's pretty good. I would say, so Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like a steampunk kind of aesthetic. It's like your guy's like a deep sea diver kind of guy, and then there's this concept of it's like anthropomorphized swords that like hang out with you. Which is really weird. I kind of like the aesthetic of the first game better, which was just like mech suits, because I always like mech suits. But the second one's good. I always play it on planes. That's my plane game, and it's fun. It's really fun. I consistently get ganked in that game though, because they don't regulate the levels of the monsters at all. So you'll just be running through an area as like a level 1 guy, and then you'll get ganked by like a level 40 monster that kills you in one hit. So you kind of just have to get lucky with like not running into the wrong kinds of enemies. Frostberry's off to work. Have fun. Thank you, Frost, for joining the show. Azure Tundra's in here. I don't even know if I said hi to Azure Tundra. Ashwin saying, I didn't know it had steampunk vibes, but I heard a lot about the games. Yeah, it's really cool. So I guess they're all kind of Final Fantasy-esque, like they don't really connect to each other. They had the one with that guy Shulk from who ended up in Super Smash Brothers, which is the only way that I know Shulk. I never played that Xenoblade game, whatever it was called. And then they did another one where it was all mech suits and like crazy, like like super, like future sci-fi universe. And yeah, now this one is like you're in it's like this weird society where everyone lives in the clouds, and like it's this cloud society where everyone's like poor because the the whatever kind of like government like took all the stuff from everyone, and they're all kind of trying to find this one place called Elysium so that they can like get rich again. So everyone is like working class like divers who dive into the clouds as if it's like the ocean, and they like look for treasure under the clouds. I think it's post-apocalyptic, but like they haven't really confirmed that. Frost saying, at least my day will be short. Finishing up some trip planning. Oh yeah, so you're going to LA. When is that happening, Frostberry? Ashton saying, do you travel a lot? I travel, I wouldn't say that much. I mean, maybe like, 20 times a year. More than a decent amount. Enough to play some video games on my Switch. The Switch is my favorite thing to do on an airplane because it kind of like fulfills that thing that you would normally think when you were a kid and you're playing like your Game Boy Advance, and you're saying like, at least for me, I would play a Game Boy Advance and I would say like, how do they fit this into a console? Or like when the PSP came out and you're like, oh my god, like this is so substantial, like how could they possibly have this in the palm of my hands? Like the Switch is just like the sort of the extension of that or whatever. Ashwin saying, why does this remind me of Bioshock? You mean the aesthetic of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or the stream that I'm doing right now? Either way, yes, it is. Would you kindly get me a coffee? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit of a Bioshock vibe. Yeah, like a Bioshock Infinite thing, because that was in the clouds. It's cool too. It's like they're sailing on the clouds. There's these like basically every landmass in the game is called a Titan, and it's like you're living on the back of a giant monster. So like every continent in the game is just like a sentient creature that like moves up and down within the clouds, and like there's different mechanics in the game where you have to like wait. You have to like wait for the Titan to like go above the clouds so that you can go lower on his body and like explore the depths of like lower parts of the Titan. Ashwin saying, handheld consoles are amazing. It's been a while since I had one, but the Switch is one that I'd love to pick up. There's a lot of great games on the Switch now. I mean, even just the basic killer apps are like serious killer apps on the Switch. Like, they went hard with making like extremely good games. Like overkill how good the games are. Breath of the Wild, like a 10 out of 10 game. A Super Mario Odyssey, 10 out of 10 game. Like there's a lot of really just like unregulatedly good games. It's kind of crazy how good some of the stuff is on Switch. So yeah, get it. It's really good. Ashwin saying 20 times is quite a lot. I wish I could go that often. Yeah, well, I don't go for vacation 20 times a year, but I do end up flying just for freelance work a decent amount. So it's it's always good to get paid to fly and also to be able to play your Switch with nothing else to do. Like that's the thing I love. It's kind of like George Clooney in that movie Up in the Air, where I just really enjoy being on a plane because there's nothing to do except sit there and like be a captive audience, and do the one thing that you're trying to do, like play your Nintendo Switch or read a book or go to sleep. Like you just have to do that. There's nothing else to do but that. Peter Beer is in here. Welcome, Peter Beer. You're at the airport. Where are you flying to? So I just flew, actually, to Orlando. I'm here now. If you didn't know, this coming week is all going to be IRL streams because, of course, I'm away from my streaming setup. So we're going to be doing a whole slew of content, more live readings of the Assassin's Creed book, for one, some Q&As, for two, some live streams from Disney and from Universal Orlando, showing off all the stuff there, and then just more stuff TBD, I guess. But yeah, a whole bunch of stuff in there. So the plan is as follows. I'll say it again for anybody who's joining now. Today, Saturday, I'm going to be at the hotel all day, so we might do a little walkthrough of that. It's like a super nice hotel from what I've heard. It's like a resort thing. So we might take a look at that. But we'll definitely have some streams of various, things that we're doing, either the live readings or other sort of talk show based things. Sunday is Disney World. I believe we're going to the Animal Kingdom and the Magic Kingdom. I got a reservation for at night at the they have a restaurant at Disney World called the Be Our Guest restaurant, which is Beauty and the Beast themed, and you basically are eating in the ballroom from Beauty and the Beast. It seems pretty cool. And then Monday is going to be Universal Orlando. So I don't know if I'll be going to both parks Monday or just one of them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to Universal 2 days just to get everything. But I do have my wizarding wand with me. And I'm about to be doing some of those spells. So there's going to be a lot of cool... I mean, Universal for me is basically just showing off Harry Potter stuff. So we're definitely going to have a lot of Harry Potter content on here showing off everything Universal. As a reminder to everybody, while Universal in California has one, Hogsmeade area, Universal Orlando has twice as much stuff. They have two separate Harry Potter zones. So there's Hogsmeade for one of the parks, and then in Islands of Adventure, they have a different Harry Potter thing, which is Diagon Alley. So it's going to be pretty cool. And then on Tuesday, going back to Disney. So I'll do some of the other parks those days, and then I guess, various things there. I'll try and, scope it out, and obviously I'm going to be walking around the park a lot, so I'll be trying to see which things are cool and which things I want to show off. But I'm also, I'm thinking some of them are going to be kind of like features where it's like, oh, like here's the thing I saw, like I think it's really cool, you should see it. But some of them I think would be fun if we did like a first person walkthrough, like a blind playthrough basically of Disney World, where it's like, oh, like here we go, I'm just gonna walk around and like see what is cool and like react to it in real time or whatever. So that could be fun. I wish I could have done that at Shanghai Disney. Hopefully I'll go back to Shanghai Disney because it's really friggin' rad. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that in California now that we like know how to do IRL streaming. So I'll be partly an IRL streamer now. Osmark saying, did you see the homemade wand on Unboxed today? Yes, those are amazing. It's a friend of Law's who created those. That person made wands for everybody in the office, actually. I have one at home, and they're just really awesome. Azure Tundra, I just woke up. I'm not yet awake fully. I'm just gonna listen for now. Welcome, Azure Tundra, to the show, though. Gaming Hours in here. Morning, Nick. How are you, dude? I am really well. I just got off a red-eye flight to Orlando. I am ready to go. For anyone who doesn't know, this is like a family trip, so I'm actually meeting my parents who live on the East Coast. They're flying out now to meet us at the airport. So I have like 3 hours between when my flight landed to when their flight lands. Peter was saying, so you live in LA/California. I bought a year card for Disney theme parks all over the USA there, and now your vacation is in the Orlando parks. So I actually don't, you can get a pass for Disney Land and World, but that is only the highest level of annual pass, and I don't have that one. So I would actually have to get new tickets to go to Disney here. I figure I still got my money's worth from the Disneyland annual pass. I've gone I would say 25 times this year, or since I got it, and I believe it pays for itself after 5 visits. So I'm getting my money's worth and more from my Disneyland annual pass. But the nice thing too is that my pass gets free parking, and it costs $20 every time you want to park at Disneyland. So I've saved like $300 on parking alone. Promote here, XX, Voice of Nick, enjoy your trip, man. Thank you, Promote here. Yeah, I'm really excited for this thing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad to bring you guys along on it and experience it with you guys. Thank you to NickBot for the reminder. The channel's called The Voice of Nick. I play video games live on Twitch 3 times per day. That's usually my thing. This entire week, we're going to be doing IRL streams from Disney, Universal, and other types of content that I'm doing. So make sure you hit that follow button if you want to see more of the stuff that I do and join along in this vacation with me. Awesome Mark saying, that's so awesome. I want a Voldemort wand so bad. Voldemort has a badass wand. There's so many good wands if you go to Universal. They have that the Ollivander's store, and you can look through every wand, and it tells you which characters have which wands. Oh, thank you to a Cool Kid 5766 for following. Welcome to the Meatball Marauders, my friend. Everybody say hi to Cool Kid, the newest member of the Voice of Nick crew, and the newest Meatball Marauder. Hello. I think I have to wave with this hand. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Now the entire phone shakes when I try to... That's the problem with holding your phone, is that you got to keep it really still, and I'm sure I'm doing a really bad job at that. Peter Beer saying, cool. Ashman saying, I think it'll be awesome. I'm super pumped. So then after Tuesday, all I really have planned right now is up to Tuesday, and then we're going to kind of play it by ear. But what I'm planning on doing is having a couple days at each park. So I would like to do 2 Universal days just to get as much Harry Potter-ness in there as possible, and possibly some other stuff, but really I just care about the Harry Potter stuff. And then maybe have 3 Disney days, because there's like 5 Disney parks, 4 or 5 Disney parks. It's a lot of stuff. It's hard to even get Disneyland, which is 1 park in. So, you know, and it's hard to get between. I dropped my phone. I picked it back up now. That's what happens when you're hand holding your phone. You can drop it. It's hard to get between the Disney parks, apparently, in Orlando. So I'm probably gonna try and, you know, go a little bit slower, but have more days there. I figure I could spend a fortune on park tickets because I'm here. And how many times are you gonna be here? Awesome Mark saying they have the surprise ones here at Walmart, but I don't want to buy it and get Hermione. Oh, you don't like Hermione's wand? What's a surprise wand? It's like a blind box wand? That's cool. Peer-to-peer saying hello. Promote here saying hello. We got the cool kid saying hi. Hello, cool kid. You're welcome. Ashwin saying get that selfie stick. I want to get a selfie stick, but they don't actually allow you to bring it into Disneyland, so or Disney World. So I sort of didn't bring anything to this trip. So I'm gonna have to get really good at holding my phone. I'm gonna have to find like a claw technique to hold my phone. Also Mark saying I'll take a pic and put it on Discord. There you go. Please do. If anybody hasn't joined the Discord, by the way, then make sure you type !Discord in the chat. It's a great group of people. Really, really positive, amazing group. I'm so lucky to have met all of these amazing, positive people. So join that Discord if you want to be a part of the Meatball Marauders on Discord. We got, cool kid saying I went to Disneyland yesterday. Nice. That's awesome. What's your favorite aspect of Disneyland? I'll tell you my favorite, new favorite thing in Disneyland is the Animation Academy, which I hadn't done until like a few months ago. I would always see it, but it's in California Adventure, so I guess technically not Disneyland, but same basic concept. And it's just where they do like a step-by-step tutorial of like drawing one of the characters, but it's so fun. Another thing that actually right next to that Animation Academy is the Turtle Talk with Crush, which is, it's basically this giant screen, and it's made for kids. It's like for kids that are less than 7 years old, and they all sit on the floor, but other people can go too. So like basically like Crush comes out, the turtle, and like there's some guy I guess behind the scenes, but it seems like he's talking to you, and like it's really densely animated but in real time, and like the way, just the stuff that he comes up with and the ways that he gets the kids to say like dumb or like hilarious stuff is pretty great. Ashwin saying selfie sticks are not allowed. Yeah, I think it's a thing about, it's like a safety thing, because Disney is so crowded that they must have had some issues with, especially people selfie sticking on the rides, and I think they banned it outright just because they didn't want people to sneak them in or anything. Because Disney is a weird beast where like there's a huge culture of Disney vloggers and specific like Disney culture YouTubers, and they're all making videos, and like if they allowed selfie sticks, I think that of course everyone would be bringing them, and then it would it would become a big safety thing. So I think they just at one point said like, we're done, like there's no selfie sticks allowed at all. Peter was saying you can have your phone on a wristband / key cord so that you don't drop it among Simba's pride by accident. Yeah, that is probably a good idea. I should have gotten that. Maybe I can find one at the airport. But yeah, something just to go around the wrist so that I can yo-yo it if it falls down. Ashwin saying that's not very intelligent at all. I can imagine all the people ignoring the rules and taking sticks on the rides now that you mention it. Yeah, it's actually interesting. Like the rides are rated to be obviously, you can put your hands up and your hand won't get sheared off on the roller coasters because there's like a safety feature where like it has to be a certain distance from the car at all times. Any like obstacles have to be a certain distance from the car. If you've never seen, you can look up on YouTube some like videos of the rides and the machine that they use to like calculate if there's enough space for your hands to be raised at all times. I forget what the machine is called, but it's basically like this. It's the car, the roller coaster car, with like sticks coming out of it from all directions, and it just looks really weird. And the car goes like 1 mile an hour, like super slow, so that it can just really be sure. And like the thing goes, and if the sticks touch anything, then they have to like redo the way that the ride works. But I assume that selfie sticks, since they extend the length of your arm, the ride actually wasn't rated to be that, to reach that distance anymore. And obviously that can cause a huge problem. At high velocity, things will fly and it will hurt people. That is true. That is a really good reason not to have a selfie stick on a fast roller coaster. I just went recently on, speaking of fast roller coasters, the Incredicoaster at Disneyland, which is a really nice redesign of the whatever that thing used to be called in Paradise Pier. They redid the entire Paradise Pier area at California Adventure to be Pixar Pier now. And I think it was called California Screamin', where it was actually Neil Patrick Harris would, do his little like Carnival Barker thing where he goes like, all right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And then it was like a really fast roller coaster. But they redid it as the Incredicoaster, which is Incredibles 2 themed. And it actually has like, they added like a storyline to the ride. So as you're going through, for anyone who doesn't know Incredibles 2, I don't think it's a spoiler to say that a lot of the movie is about Jack the little baby and like discovering what his powers are. And throughout the ride, like the different family members are trying to like catch him, and he's getting away every time, and you see like Mr. Incredible like smashing through the wall and stuff. It's a really good way to do. They're all like static sort of moments as they're trying to catch Jack, but the ride goes so fast that like it actually is like a pretty good sort of like well put together storyline. It's really well done. Ashwin saying, I went to one in Germany, which is the world's record ride for a roller coaster with 2 added boosts mid-ride. That was intense on my neck. Damn, that sounds really crazy. Incredicoaster is not necessarily like the fastest or biggest roller coaster, but it is fun because of the way that they do the storyline stuff. Nickbot posted about that spotty internet. I should probably take that off because it's different internet. Although I should change the message because it will be spotty internet if I'm streaming from LTE at Disney World. So we are never really going to know how that's going to work. Cool Kid saying, I'm so happy. I'm glad, Cool Kid. I'm really happy too. I'm starting off, there's always that happy moment of starting off a vacation, and then there's the sad moment of ending a vacation. So we're on the happy moment right now. But no, I'll be happy even when we're ending the vacation because we will have done so many cool things. Man, there's a lot ahead. So to recap, guys, I'm probably going to have to go. It's been a nice 30-minute stream here. I'm glad I got to chat with you guys. But just a quick recap of what's coming up this week, at least for the next few days. Today, I'm going to be at the hotel all day. So we're going to be doing some live readings of the Assassin's Creed novel that we've been doing. For anyone who doesn't know, we're doing basically like a live audiobook rendition of the Assassin's Creed Origins tie-in novel. So that's been a lot of fun. You can find the previous episodes of that on the Twitch. We're going to be doing Disney World on Sunday, probably Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, so stay tuned for that. Monday is Harry Potter, or Universal Studios Florida, which mostly for me will be Harry Potter, but we'll do other stuff too. And then Tuesday will be another Disney World stream. After that is TBD, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely keep your eyes out for that stuff. But in the next couple of days, you're going to be seeing a lot of cool stuff coming up. Thank you to everybody who was a part of the show. Ash was saying there's that moment when you miss your bed in your own home at the end of a vacation. That's true. Thank you for the stream, Nick. It was fun, and I'm glad I got to make it for once. Thank you, Ashwin, for joining. It's really been great getting to know you, and I look forward to hanging out with you on more streams. I look forward to seeing what your new game playthroughs are. So yeah, thanks for joining the show. Thanks to Awesome Mark for joining. Thanks to Peer to Beer for joining. Cool Kid, just to scroll through some of the names. Thank you everybody who was a part of today's show. Promote Here was in here, Gaming Hour was in here, Frostbear was in here at the beginning. Azure Tundra, a bunch of people in the show. Sorry if I missed any names, but that's going to do it for today's show. Once again, just to give you guys the pitch real quick, my channel is called The Voice of Nick. I typically stream video games live 3 times per day, every single day. I don't talk over story or cutscenes, but I do request no gameplay or story spoilers in the streams. None of that applies to this coming week. I'm going to be doing all IRL streams because I am on vacation. So IRL live readings, IRL Q&As, IRL walkthroughs of Disney and Universal. So stay tuned for that stuff, and definitely hit that follow button if you want to see more of the stuff that I do. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I'm still planning on doing 3 streams per day, even from the IRL stuff. So stay tuned for a lot of content, guys. And if you like the streams, if you want to support the stuff I do, I don't have a fancy graphic to show it, but if you're interested in subscribing, you'll get a whole bunch of stuff, including the Voice of Nick emote, legendary status in the chat and Discord, 200 meatballs, a higher chance to win in the heist minigames, and ad-free streams. So consider subscribing. You'll not only be getting a bunch of stuff to use in the shows, but you'll also be directly helping the shows to get better. Every single day, our stream has improved thanks to the people who are subscribing and helping the show to improve. If you're not comfortable with subscribing or a monthly commitment like that, then cheering is always a great way to support the stream as well. You can get a shout out on the show. You'll also possibly get onto the cheer leaderboard for the week. I can't read out the cheer leaderboard this week. I feel so bad, but I believe Frost is still in first, I'm going to say. I'll have to read the cheer leaderboard after the show and then write it down or something. Oh, thank you, Awesome Mark, for posting the channels link, the subscribe link, the Discord link. Awesome Mark saying, cool, can't wait for more of these IRLs. I like IRLs. I'm glad, because that's all I can do right now. And I'm starting to like it too. It's really fun. Oh, Ashman saying, it's Frostberry, Gen, and Azure Tundra. Thank you. So in 3rd place is Azure Tundra. 2nd place, Gen, 1st place, Frostberry, taking that for the 4th week in a row. Thank you to everybody who cheers and subscribes and supports the streams. It really is highly appreciated. So that's going to be it for today's show. If you want to join for a raid, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to try and do a raid, but the way that this works is that in order to check who is currently streaming, I have to switch apps on the iPhone. And when I switch apps, it's going to take the stream offline for a second. It won't go offline. It'll just be like loading. So stay on the show if you want to be a part of the stream, even after it looks like the stream is frozen. I'll just be frozen for about 20 seconds while I look for somebody else who's streaming on our follow list or on our friends list, and then we'll raid that person. So join along for that. I'm going to try to keep doing raids here during these IRL streams. I don't know that I can promise that we can do it every time because it's a little bit awkward trying to make it work, but let's give it a shot, guys. And once again, thanks to Ashwin who joined the stream. We have found you through one of these raids, and I am very glad that we did because it's been very nice getting to know you, and I hope to get to know you even more over the course of future shows of both of ours. So thank you to everyone who has joined the show. Stand by while I find somebody to raid, and I will be right back to start that raid. So stay tuned, anyone who wants to be a raider. All right, we're back. We're back. I have a raid here. Ready? We're going to raid Shroomy, who is playing Fortnite. So, as long as I type his name in properly, it will work. So, the Shroomy one, we're going to raid. So don't forget, guys, to post that raid emote. Post the Voice of Nick Love emote if you got it. Let him know you came from the Voice of Nick channel, although Shroomy at this point knows basically everybody in the stream. But of course, be nice and don't laugh too hard if he dies in Fortnite. I've certainly done my share of dying in Fortnite. It's basically all I'm good at in Fortnite. So guys, I'll see you in that raid. I'll be in there for a little bit as well. And thanks for joining the show. This is really fun. I'm looking forward to doing more cool streams from vacation. So I'll see you there. Let's hit that raid. If it doesn't show the raid loading bar, then just stick around for about 30 seconds after we activate it, and it should bring you into that raid by showing that it's hosting Shroomy One. You can just click that button that says join, and then it'll actually bring you into the raid anyway. So I activated the raid. I don't know that my streaming app will actually show me when it commences, so I'm just going to keep talking for like 30 seconds, and I assume I'll get cut off at some point on your end when the raid starts, so I will just keep talking, guys. I got my coffee here. It's nice and hot, or warm, now that it's been here for 45 minutes. It did well. It's not my coffee thermos, so nothing is. What could actually be my coffee thermos? My coffee thermos is so good. I wish I brought that. I don't know what I would do with it. I can't like bring it to Disney or Universal, but just to know that it's here, you know? Yeah, so I believe it's been about 30 seconds. Luckily, it actually has a time counter on this streaming app, which is something that, as much as it should, Streamlabs OBS and the Twitch interface do not show me by default. I would have to go to like my live broadcaster tab or something else, so that's kind of annoying. But I think we should be good. I'm just going to double check that it's hosting Shroomy, and then we will call the stream. Okay, we are hosting Shroomy, so I will jump over into that stream, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.